Welcome to a Telltale Books video. I'm Greg, and I'm continuing my exploration back into the past of Asimov's science fiction magazine. And in this case, following a series. The last story in this series is in the, I believe, July-August 2022 issue of Asimov's, where the first of the Lemuria 7 stories appears. And I want to read that issue because the May-June 2025 issue of Asimov's, which is the last one I've received, the July-August issue is supposed to be out, but I haven't seen it in my mailbox. And I know my subscription should at least have that one more issue in it. So I haven't received that yet, but I'm trying to get to the May-June 2025 issue, which I do already have. And so one of the series stories that appears in the 2022 issue that I'm trying to get back up to is by an author named Sandra McDonald that I'm not very familiar with, but, well, getting to know a little bit about her now. She wrote these 4 stories in which is called the Sexy Robot series. And 2 of those stories appeared in Asimov's science fiction. I just recently reviewed one from the 2012, I believe it was April-May 2012 issue, Sexy Robot Mom. And so that was the second story in that series. The first story actually appeared in a different magazine. I believe it was Strange Horizons, and I read that there. And those videos are already up. You can watch my reviews of those. The series is only loosely connected, thematically connected. There aren't any characters or situations that carry over from one to the next, so probably didn't really have to go back and read these others, but too late. So the third story in the series actually appeared in an anthology in September of 2018. The anthology is called Mother of Invention, edited by Rivka Raphael and Tansy Rayner Roberts for 12th Planet Press. It's a feminist anthology. To kind of recap what came before, 7 sexy cowboy robots, or robot cowboys, whichever, had a woman whose husband manufactured robots. And he was a philanderer. And so they got divorced, and part of the divorce decree is she wanted him to build her 7 cowboy robots to be sex toys for her, since he was always going out getting what he wanted. She made him get her what she wanted. Sexy Robot Moms was a very different story in that it dealt with the robots being used for the purpose of insemination and carrying babies for women that couldn't carry babies. So they were basically incubators. And I felt that one was a better story, especially since it was not so focused on sex, and it just was better written, I think. It was more of a complete story than the Cowboy Robots one. Sexy Robot Heroes now kind of goes back to the sex toy idea. And this is again, a totally different future world. Male pleasure robots are commonplace, but there aren't any female robots. Now, the main character is a woman named Bayou, or Bu, and she's an expert mechanic. And she has one of these male sex robots, they call them hero robots, where a person gets killed and her hero robot was there, but it didn't save the day like it was supposed to. So it gets deactivated. I felt it was an interesting story, but kind of going backwards. I don't feel it was as compelling as Sexy Robot Moms, and it was, once again focusing too much on the sex toy aspect, in my opinion. I also didn't think the main character, Bayou, however you should pronounce that, I didn't think the motivations of that character were believable. I just didn't think it was a really great story. So, 2-1 for Sandra McDonald on this series, and one more to go whenever I finally get to that 2022 issue with Lemuria 7. Sorry, it's the May-June 2023 issue. Got that totally wrong. The May-June 2023 issue is what I'm trying to work up to. And so that'll be the next stop for my Sandra McDonald reading. And, the way things are going here, unless I run into Sandra McDonald in future issues, I doubt that I definitely am not going to go out of my way to seek her fiction. It's just not doing it for me. It's okay, but I've been reading so many other much better stories, including in the same magazines where her stories are being published. I feel there are stronger stories in those magazines. So this doesn't really have my recommendation. If you think it sounds interesting, try it, but I'm not going to recommend that you spend money tracking down these old books. My copy of Mother of Invention, you can get it as trade paperback used. What I did, because it cost a little less money, is I went and got an ebook of it, because I don't know that I'm likely to read any other stories in that book, and I don't know that if I bought a physical book, I would be stuck with a physical book that now I have to try and sell. And if I don't think it's a really good book, how do you sell something that you think is not good? You gotta lie to people. So anyway, have you read Sexy Robot Heroes? Have you read Sexy Robot Heroes by Sandra McDonald, or know anything else about McDonald that you'd like to share? Put it in the comments. I value your opinions on the stories. Otherwise, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I hope you'll see me in more of these videos. I've got a lot more Asimovs to go.